Welcome guys to the first match of Group F. I'm your caster Big Fan. Today we'll have a TVP. It's gonna be Narra versus Shine. So our Protoss player, Narra, extremely well known, and there he is. One of the three kings of Protoss, fantastic record, and he has influenced the way that PvT and PvZ are played. His Terran is Shine, which Sparky's a decent Terran as well. The map will be Blue Storm. She will be started momentarily. Fighting. So in the top right corner, our green Terran, Shine. And in the bottom left, our yellow Protoss, Narra. I want to be calling him Ra through the rest of the cast to make things a little easier. Couple of things about Narra. He is, as mentioned, he was one of the three kings during the 2002 to 2005 era for his daring plays. Essentially, he will come up with these strategies or switch plans mid-game, and even at the start of this game, you can see a probe going out already. So it looks like it's going to be some kind of a proxy. The question ends up being is what he decides to do, but so looks like it's going to be a proxy gateway. We'll have to see how else he adjusts this. We do see an SCV going out, likely to get the depot started, and another one's going to out to scout as well. Now, just due to experience, I do favor Ra overall. But this man can definitely play to Shine's advantage. So we'll see what he's able to do. We do see the gateway is going up, and that probe is doing a good job, or the gateway is about to go up. The probe is doing a great job trying to get the block. Doesn't want to get the racks up, basically, and the more you lay it, the better. So he's done a fantastic job so far, but that... Oh, and he blocks it again, and the probe is still alive as well. Oh, and that's fantastic. So the racks is still not going up. It's been delayed, and he's going to steal the gas, it looks like. Wow, okay. So already Ra's done quite a bit of damage between delaying the racks so much and stealing the gas. This means that Shine will have to defend this Zealot with great SCV Marine Micro. And it looks like he's actually almost going to get this probe. He's getting SCV. Oh, and he even gets the SCV, so further delaying it. So he's actually in a better position than he would have been earlier on. The gateway is finished. The Zealot is underway as well. It is being made. And on top of that, he's also stealing the gas as well for Shine. Talk about adding insult to injury. So we'll see what this set manages to do, and how good Shine's control will be. He's going to see the Zealot, so obviously he's not gonna like that, but the SCV will escape, so at least that's a minor win for him, and he will get to scout this. The first Marine is coming out, and looks like Ra is going to try and prevent. Oh, but he's going to catch the first Marine. No, it doesn't look like it. The Marine does pull back. Looks like he wants to get to stop the SCVs from destroying that assimilator. And that's a nice pull back as well. We do have another Zealot too, and I see a probe in the left corner of the base there. So I wonder if that probe is just gonna be making something like a silly robo. Oh, but we see something on top as well. I wonder if we might see something crazy like a forge or something, but which wouldn't make sense, but it would be the kind of thing that I would expect someone like Ra to do. The factory is going up, or the academy is going up, and we see a bunker as well. So Shine feels like he's in trouble, and he lost the depot as well. So this puts him further and further back. So something like a cannon or a couple of cannons in front of that will definitely block what's coming up. Oh, and we see cannon as well. Okay, so it looks like he actually got the forge right in front of the gateway. Okay, so we missed that bit, but we did call the prediction. Which makes me wonder if Shine is... I mean, here's the thing. Cannons are extremely strong against Marines. Two hits will kill a Marine. And it doesn't look like Shine is aware of this. Otherwise, he wouldn't be going for the academy to try and do a bio push. Oh, it looks like he's going to get one more marine. Oh, just barely. He misses it. So there must be some kind of a follow-up to this, basically. So it would be interesting to see Ra go for a DTs, because you know at this point in time that the Terran, I mean, they do have the academy, but they don't have, they haven't teched up basically, and the scans will run out eventually. But it looks like he is targeting the gas with the 2 zealots. The first medic is out, so that will make the marines a little beefier in terms of the ability to heal up. Oh, and we even get a seed battery as well. So this is what I was talking about earlier on. It's part of the reason that Ra is called the Dreamer. That's because of all these strategy he basically dreams up. And my understanding is that sometimes he will even change things on the fly. We do see a robo as well, so more than likely a Reaver follow-up, which would be perfect for helping him deal with the inevitable M&M push. I'm pretty excited to see what else comes out here. So we do see the factory going up. So it's quite possible that Shine might be shying away from what he was planning on. eBay is coming up as well, so he probably believes there's a Reaver coming up because of the M&M, which Reavers are a great counter for that kind of play. But you can see what I mean. Ra kind of pushed Shine into a certain position, and Shine ended up responding by adding the academy and getting a medic. And that's obviously delayed things, delayed the factory for him. On top of the fact that obviously his gas was stolen, so that delayed things even further. Oh, and that first medic is going down as well, so that's a fantastic win for Ra. And keep in mind, the shields are regenerating on the zealots. So I expect maybe another cannon up. It feels like that's the best good idea. Now the firebats are out. We see the robo is extremely close, so he's going to actually be making the Reaver right at the position today. And we see the follow-up units. I mean, it honestly feels like he probably should add another cannon here. Because once another firebat and a medic come out, the zealots will actually melt with some good control, because the firebats will do a lot of splash damage. So having those would make things a little easier. Of course, there is a tank that is going to be coming out, but a Reaver with a shuttle follow-up or whatever approach Ra decides to do would be is not a bad idea. So do something spinning. It's more than likely siege, because he knows that something is coming up, and the turret is denied once again, so just make it a little easy for the Reavers to engage. Now Sim is done, so Ra doesn't have to pull out. That is a nice split. Looks like he is going to engage this, and the medics are actually out of position. They should have healed the firebat, so this is going to be pushed back all the way. And even though that is lost, the first tank is going to go down. Oh, he needs to target that. Okay, so the first tank actually survives, but the first Reaver is out. So ideally, this tank would have went down. That would have put Ra in a much better position. But he does have a Reaver. Oh! And that first tank is down. That second tank... Okay, he's gonna need to... Okay, so that's a nice split by Shine. Ooh, okay, so this puts Ra in a bit of a bad spot, because he lost his army. He doesn't have as much to put back. He does have a Dark Templar coming in. And is there any turrets up? We do have a turret up. Okay, so this is going to be protected, but what this will mean is that at least the DTs will keep Shine a bit back in his base until he gets detection. And we can see Ra is trying to come back from this, so he has a decent probes in his mineral, in his main. We see an expansion as well, and he's going to deny that deeper from building. And it looks like he's basically just going to pick off probably the academy. Oh, but there is a com set here. Oh, and there is reason from the front as well. So it looks like he's going to target the tank. Oh, this is fantastically done. He's going to lose the Reaver, which is unfortunate. And it looks like he actually lost the DT as well. Okay. But the tank count is being constantly reduced, and there's only a single factory pumping out. So Ra is actually obviously using this to get up in the economical game. Oh, I don't know if I don't think he should also keep running Reavers in at this point, because he needs something to help with defense. Just a single Reaver against a couple, and then with the split, they should be more than fine. Now, if he knew about, you can kind of see Shine is turret pushing, because he realized that he doesn't have any detection for these except for the energy for the comsat. So the DTs can definitely buy Ra some time to bring himself back in the game, and you can see just how close the turrets are being here. Now he doesn't know about the side CC. So that tank is out, but there is a drop coming into Ra's main. And does he actually know about this? I don't believe he scouted this. He didn't see the drop ships. I don't even know if he actually saw the port. I believe he may have seen it. But keep in mind, this game has been chaotic enough. So this drop goes in, it can do actually honestly a lot of damage. But there is 2 gateways there. So if Dragoons pop out, a Dragoon or 2 pop out, or any Zels or anything there, then he will be able to defend this. But he will be losing definitely some probes. And keep in mind, these Marines do have Stim ready as well. It's a whole controller group of Marines. Oh yeah, so this is going to be extremely hard to deal with. So Ra is going to lose a lot of workers depending on how his pull is. He does lose about 4 workers. He's going to likely be losing that expansion because the Dragoons are not good enough to keep up with the heal for the medics. So this will put Shine in a better position than he was, especially with the fact that he is able now to take his expansion, and he has that CC at the top there as well. So the game started out being fantastic for Ra with the denials and the keeping the tank counts low and the follow-ups, especially with the DTs. But Shine has done a fantastic job, and this drop is doing massive damage. Honestly, he's going to get that pylon. It's going to empower the gateways. So this puts Ra a bit further behind as well because he can't even make units now. So the question is, what do you do at this point in time? Because keep in mind, with the Robo going down, he is also somewhat resetting Ra's build, because he can't even make Reavers or Shuttles anymore. He does have a couple gateways, so he's not out of it yet, but obviously Shine is in a much better position, and Shine also has his tech up now. He's gone all the way up to port. Does he have an academy? I believe he will be adding one very shortly to get the upgrades once he establishes himself. Oh, and there is 2 Reavers, so this first tank will... Oh, and also some nice hits as well. The tank is actually still alive, which is kind of amazing in its own right. So he's got some... So it's not bad harass, but keep in mind he's in a bad spot, so which is why he is double expanding at this point. He realizes his situation. He's probably going to try and maximize his army control. Just in general, he wants to double expand and try and play the catch-up game. And we see another M&M drop into his main, and I don't believe he's aware of this, so this could act... Oh, okay, it's a small drop. He does have 2 goons back, so he can definitely defend this, and he reacts fast enough as well. The question is, how many probes will go down? So that's one down, so that's only a single one down. He's going to get another one. He's going to get a 3rd one as well. He's going to get a 4th one, likely. Yeah, he gets a 4th one. Okay, so this was a fantastic drop. And we do see something else coming up as well. There is another drop coming in. It looks like he might be coming in from the left side this time. Oh, he's actually just firing some vultures. Okay, so and these ones have mines as well. So this would actually be even worse than the M&M, honestly. Especially if you lay some mines in front of the gateways. Oh, so what's the reaction time? So he does actually pull back in time. And he has killed... oh shoot, he's gonna lose everything. Okay. Now the Reavers are doing some work. Denying the mine is definitely a nice thing as well. Keeping in mind, Ra is not mining from that 3rd base, and he's lost a couple of probes. But he will re-establish control very shortly. That is a nice snipe on the Reaver. Keep in mind, his observers are probably late because he did lose his Robo. So he might just try and deny this SCV building here. He just cleared up the 3rd base, which is at least a better thing for him. Is his Robo back up? So you can see his Robo is still not here, which means that mines are going to be that much more effective because he just doesn't have vision to see them. And those vultures are just waiting for the next chance to run in as well. So might be running in a bit from the front and the back and get us around on those goons. Or he might be just mining out the high ground there. So that was a nice pull from Ra. Nice target firing. And he does have quite a bit of dragoons as well here. So this vulture is going to die. Probably potentially one probe kill. Yeah, still get the one. I was going to get the two as well. So not bad for the vultures, not bad. Cat is going up, so Ra is doing a good job of trying to come back into this. He still has that one Reaver that is alive. Oh, but he's going to lose these goons. Or lose the one. So this can will at least make his probes just a little better protected, well defended, or better defended. And we see even more drops coming in. So he should actually have been able to just slightly see the side of that. The question is, what is his reacting to? Ooh! And he just barely misses the second volley there. So he is pulling back. We do know from earlier that there is no observers just yet. So he might plan to run a dragoon in just to try and clear out some units. But we do see the observatory is done, so the observer will be out sure, but there is quite a bit of an army moving out, and that army is probably going to kill the center gateway as well as the forge. And even the DT gets detected as well. So Shine is on top of things basically, and the non-stop harass has kept Ra in his base. The first observer is out. I don't know if he needs to bring all his units back, honestly, though. I feel like 2 dragoons is more than enough to take care of this. But there is a large force coming in, and they're more than likely going to siege just outside his expansion, so he'll be able to break it. Now there is what it looks like quite a bit of units on the high ground for Ra. Oh, so that looks like the Reaver. And those are some nice hits. That's going to delay the push that is coming in, give Ra time to prepare. But he definitely does not want Shine to push into the little choke right outside his expansion, because that'd be extremely hard to break. So you can see he's basically making sure that does not happen. So you can see that little choke will be extremely hard to break because it's hard enough to pass units through, although he can definitely slip some zealots. But this is quite the sizable army from Shine, honestly, and we didn't really see many zealots from Ra. Most of his units are the goons. He just barely misses killing it, just a single unit off, but the Wraith will snipe the observer, and it looks like it's actually going to snipe the shuttle. This is not something that Ra wants to lose. Oh, just barely. He barely saves it. But the tanks are inching further and further up. And the question is, what can Ra do at this point? He does have a 2 zealots out as well. We can see the zealots barely even make contact. That was a nice scarab. He should be able to kill one more, and he's going to get the both tanks. Okay, so he's denying this push more and more, but he did lose quite a bit of goons for it. Still, I think this is still better than having Shine set up this position, because once it's shrines, again, extremely hard to break. Now Shine does have his 3rd base, so Ra is falling behind just a bit, but at least resetting the tank, or lowering the tank count is the better option at this point. He just can't get him up. And there isn't honestly many zealots at this point in time. Looks like this tank will be safe for now. But he is losing a lot of goons, and at this point in time, if you keep losing your goons, what else are you going to be able to do? And the Wraith is doing a great job of spawning. There is still quite a decent size amount of tanks for Shine, so Shine is getting more and more ahead at this point. So finally the Wraith is going down, so at least that will deny some of the vision that Ra had. But looks like that Shine had, but looks like Shine is going to be pushing a little further in as well. Ra should honestly consider taking a 4th base, but he is so pressed that he has to keep committing to making units and trying to defend this. And on the other hand, I do see something on the 12 o'clock. Okay, so it looks like he is taking a 4th up there. Not necessarily a bad idea, considering that Shine is so focused on what's happening in front of him and taking his 4th that he might not realize what's going on. Oh, and that's a nice little cute SCV. That SCV is actually giving vision to the tank, and you can see just how much damage the tank is doing. And this harass is endless by Shine, basically. Now, keep in mind the Vultures can't actually move in here. They're too big, but at least Ra can keep splitting Zealots and trying to kill the tank from with the splash. Wow, this has been a pretty crazy game so far. Oh, and he gets a nice drop as well. So he's still doing a great job, at least denying the the question is, at what point will Shine realize that the fourth base is up there? Because I mean, this Lab is his fourth. He could easily. Oh, and he catches the probes as well. That's a huge win for him, and he's going to realize what's going on here. So that base is going to be probably not denied because there is enough units coming back to defend it. But honestly, between being discovered and losing all the probes there, this is extremely bad for Ra. It's getting worse and worse as well. And this is obviously, it looks like it's going to trigger Shine to actually potentially push. The question is, he's going to try and push the 12 o'clock or push up the wrap or go for the expansion. It looks like it actually is pushing, and that's a huge amount of tanks as well from the back too. And +1 is ready for him. And we see the forge was just being made for Ra. So this is actually still being, this is very fantastic for Shine. He is, wow, okay, even he's getting further and further ahead, and that drop doesn't do anything yet. And the Vultures are enough to contest with the Goons. You can see he's even doing a great job with the mine planting. So Ra is in extreme trouble, more than he was in the past. How is he going to stop this army? He doesn't even look like he doesn't even have any high subs for Storm. So you can see he has to forfeit. So crazy game. Looks like Ra did do a great job early on for delaying things, but Shine did do a fantastic job of coming back after that and just, you know, securing the economic hold and just never letting go.